In any situation where data is to be accumulated or shared between multiple users who have access to network connections, wired or wireless, FileMaker provides options to create live connections to a single hosted copy of a database solution. A database should ideally be hosted by a copy of FileMaker Server or FileMaker Server Advanced, which are robust server-class applications that are built to handle many simultaneous connections, and which provide additional features and safeguards, such as scheduled backups and server-side script execution. However, even without the added robustness and capability of FileMaker Server, you can get started in a small way using FileMaker Pro to host a database of up to 9 remote users simultaneously, where the remote connections can include any mix of users with FileMaker Pro Advanced, or FileMaker Go. Using a copy of FileMaker Pro in this way to host a database to other copies of FileMaker Pro is what's known as peer-to-peer networking. Before you can host a database from FileMaker, you first need to make sure that any user accounts that will be used for remote access to the file are enabled for access via FileMaker networking. To do that, use the File, Manage, Security menu command, then navigate to Privilege Sets, choose a user privilege set associated with one or more accounts which are to have remote access, click the Edit button, and then enable the extended privilege labelled Access via FileMaker Network. I've made that change only for the full access privilege account for the purpose of demonstration. As well as enabling one or more accounts for remote users, you'll also need to turn on networking and configure the access options, which is done using the File, Sharing, FileMaker Network menu command. At the top of the FileMaker Network settings dialog, you first need to turn network sharing on. In addition, you'll need to confirm that for the specific file you wish to share, network access to the file is configured either by privilege set or for all users. With these settings in place, it will now be possible to use FileMaker Pro or FileMaker Go to log in as clients of this one copy of the work file, sharing the same data across a number of different computers. To demonstrate that, I'm going to set up windows to allow you to see the screens of other devices while I use them to log in remotely to the copy of the work file I have running on my computer here. First of all, using FileMaker Pro Advanced running on Microsoft Windows, I'll use the File menu and choose the Open Remote command. I'll select my computer, which is appearing in the hosts list at the left, choose the copy of the work file, which is running on my computer, and click Open. In the title bar, it tells us this is Workfile 39 from Nightwing Duo, and in any case, you can see that this copy of the file is the one from my computer because it has Jürgen appearing in the text field on the first record, and of course it also has the additional record for Harold as record number 4 in this found set. I'll move this window to one side, bring the copy of FileMaker that's running locally to the front, and now I'll add a value in the number field on the record for Jürgen, let's say 44. When I press the Enter key to commit the record, you can see that the number 44 propagates to the shared copy of the file which is running on the Windows computer elsewhere on the network. Similarly, if I now bring up FileMaker Go running on my iPhone, and if I choose the option to open a file from a local network host, again I can choose Nightwing Duo, and Workfile 39 is shown. And here, again, we have the file showing record number 1 with Jürgen and the number field showing 44. If I now edit the number field, let's say to 47, and commit the record, you can see that the change is propagated to both the other copies, the host copy running on my own computer here, and also to the copy that's open on the Windows workstation elsewhere. So clearly, all 3 devices are now viewing the same file and sharing data across the network. In addition, if I start editing a record on one of the devices, so for example, if I change the number field value to 46, but haven't committed the record yet, so editing is now in process on one device. If I attempt to make a change to the same record on another computer, such as the host machine, I'm not able to do so because the record is already being edited elsewhere. And the same if I try to edit a field in this same record on the Windows computer. This is because the record is locked while any user on the network is editing a record. If I commit the record on the iPhone, now the number field updates to 46, And now I can begin entering or editing data on the same record on a different device. So as you can see, setting up a simple networking deployment to share a single copy of a database with remote users gracefully manages multi-user access to the data, preventing conflicts and allowing all users to see the same data set in real time.